The barbell front squat is one of my favorite variations, and it is a variation that encourages a squatty squat or a more upright squat. We are loading the barbell on the front of the body. It's going to be resting kind of on the front of our deltoids, maybe a little on our collarbones. And because of this, it's going to encourage us staying really upright through our torso, because if I start to tip forward, the weight's going to come with me and I'm going to know right away. So it is a great variation to build strength in your quads and glutes and just groove that squat pattern. There are a few different options that you have as far as grip and bar placement with the front squat. Different strokes for different folks here. The traditional front squat does require a good amount of shoulder, T-spine, and wrist mobility. So if that is something that is uncomfortable for you, there's a few other options that you can try. So I'm going to demo these set up in the rack here. I'm going to demonstrate them stepping out towards you, so facing this way, so that you can kind of see what my arms are doing. But when you are performing any of these, I want you to do them the normal way, facing the rack, so that when you are racking the bar at the end of your set, you're walking towards the rack and dropping it in. I prefer folks to be walking towards the rack at the end of their set to unload, rather than trying to kind of step backwards into the rack when they're fatigued at the end of their set. So let's get started. So first up, we have the hands-free squat. This is also sometimes called a zombie squat. I'm going to grab the bar just outside of my shoulder width, roll it on to kind of the front of my shoulders, as if I'm going to go ahead and do a front squat. Take my step out of the rack and find my positioning. But before I begin, I'm going to extend one arm and my other arm. So I'm going to go no hands here. I want that weight resting on my deltoids and my collarbone, so it should not feel like you're being choked by it. Feel your rib cage stacked over your hips. Tear the paper with your feet and pull yourself down, staying upright. Push the floor. This is a great option to have in your warm-ups. The next option is your cross arm grip. So I'm going to position the bar very similarly. Try to kind of get my deltoids underneath it. But instead of going full hands free, I'm going to tap my fingers towards the opposite shoulder, keeping those elbows pointed out. From here, again, I'll take my step stance out of the rack. Keep those elbows high, pull myself down. Finally, you have your traditional front squat grip. You don't need to grip with all 5 fingers around the bar. Usually I find that 2 are sufficient, usually forefinger and middle finger. They're going to curl around the bar. I'm going to drive my elbows up. Again, resting that bar on my shoulders. Finding that squat stance. Imagining laser beams are coming from my elbows, eyes on the horizon. Pulling myself as straight down as I can.